Hi guys, welcome back to Rise and I'm Chell. Today I'll be reading a book, and this is the book. It's called Iggy Peck Architect. I will read it and I'll show you the pictures at the end. Iggy Peck Architect. Young Iggy Peck is an architect and has been since he was 2, when he built a great tower in only an hour with nothing but diapers and glue. "Good gracious, Ignatius," his mother exclaimed. "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen." But her smile faded fast as a light wind blew past, and she realized those diapers weren't clean. "Ignatius, my son, what on earth have you done? That's disgusting and nasty. It stinks." But Iggy was gone. He was out on the lawn using dirt clods to build a great sphinx. When Iggy was free, his parents could see his unusual passion would stay. He built churches and chapels from peaches and apples, and temples from modeling clay. At dinner one night, to his father's delight, Iggy got a bright gleam in his eye, and out on the porch built the St. Louis Arch from pancakes and coconut pie. The Ig had it made until 2nd grade, when his teacher was Miss Lila Greer. On the very first day, she had this to say: "We do not talk of buildings in here. Gothic or Romanesque, I couldn't care less about buildings ancient or new." She said in her lecture about architecture that it had no place in grade 2. That might seem severe, but she was sincere. For one, she was no more than 7. She had a great fright at a dizzying height in a building so tall it scraped heaven. On an architect's tour of the 95th floor, young Lila got lost from the group. She was found 2 days later in a stuck elevator eating cheese with a French circus troupe. After that day, it's quite safe to say she saw all building lovers were nuts. As a teacher, she taught that above all one ought to avoid them. No ifs, ands, or buts. As you might guess, it would cause Iggy stress to hear such terrible talk, but he didn't hear. He sat in the rear while building a castle of chalk. "You Iggy Peck, your desk is a wreck. Now tear down that castle right now. You're not building here, is that perfectly clear? Do you need to see Principal Howe?" "No, ma'am," Iggy said. He lowered his head, and his heart slipped down to the floor. With no chance to build, his interest was killed. Now 2nd grade was a bore. After 12 long days that passed in a haze of reading, writing, and arithmetic — by the way, arithmetic means math — Miss Greer took the class to Blue River Pass for a hike and an old-fashioned picnic. They crossed an old trestle. I'm guessing some words that I don't like this one. I think it's trestle. An old trestle to a small island nestled in the heart of a burbling stream. But they no sooner passed than the footbridge collapsed, and Miss Lila Greer started to scream. "We're trapped here! Oh my, alas, kids, goodbye!" Her eyeballs rolled back in her head. She dropped to the ground with a vague groaning sound. Luckily fated, not dead. The class was amazed. They stood quite dazed, uncertain of what they should do. But one bright young man was off hatching a plan, which started with Miss Lila's shoe. Soon each lad and lass there at Blue River Pass was working together as one. And when she came to Miss Lila Greer, knew that something quite brave had been done. She looked in the air and saw hanging there a structure of cables and braces, and on the far side, beaming with pride, were 70 smiling young faces. Boots, tree roots, and strings, fruit roll-ups and things, some of which one should not mention, were stretched ridge to ridge in a glorious bridge dangling from shoestring suspension. It all became clear to Miss Lila Greer as she crossed that bridge over the stream. There were things to do when you're in grade 2 than to spend your time building a dream. Now every week at Blue River Creek Elementary in 2nd grade, all the school kids can hear, along with Miss Greer, how the world's greatest buildings were made. The weekly guest speaker in t-shirt and sneakers talks of buildings from Rome to Quebec. Of course he's the guy who builds towers from pie, that brilliant young man, Iggy Peck. The end. Alright, we'll just go turn on the light because you can't really see anything with the light turned off. Just realised that. So, wait a second. Alright, I turned on the light. Now, this is the front cover. I have to be quick because I only have 15 minutes to record. Alright. Don't really need to say this thing. Literally, it actually says the same thing. Alright, first picture. Iggy Peck, architect. His tower. And his mum. Sphinx. And you see the Sphinx. Hard to look through the camera and show you things and point out things. Because I don't know where my hand is going. There is also a cat in like all of these. Show you the cat. See right there, the cat. Iggy building this. And then out on the botch built St. Louis art. Pancakes and cooked pie. Miss Lila Gray is the one who's throwing everything that architecture away. Iggy loves architecture. Her when she was very young and only 7, which is the teacher, by the way. When she was 7. Her in the elevator when she was found 2 days later. She's French circus troupe. And his Iggy was his tower of chalk. And her pointing at him. Okay, I'm sitting on the desk. I have to speed up a bit. This, you can pause the video because that would make it faster. This is when the footbridge collapsed. So I was stuck on the island. This here, the bridge they made. Her walking on a picture of a bridge, but it isn't really the bridge. And last picture, and that's it. There are also other books, which is Rosie Revere Engineer and Ada Twist Scientist. Yeah, right. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button and thumbs up. But that's only if you want to do it. If you don't want to, you don't have to do it. But yeah. I'll see you when I make my next video. Bye!